Thanks for staying with us. A BCom student at Marakanam village committed suicide reportedly after he was harassed by his seniors. The victim Sridhar was studying at Siddhar Sivanyanam Arts and Science College. A few days ago, he was ragged by 3 students. They were named as Vetrivel, Dayanidhi and Surendran. They were warned after the victim's father complained to college authorities. Despite the warning, they continued to harass Sridhar. Sridhar died at Jipmar from burn injuries. The 3 students are absconding and the police are investigating the case. Several homes across Chennai can't cook their 3 meals a day because the LPG cylinders in their house has not been refilled for over 2 weeks. Our reporter Minal Shah brings you this story.
After 3 days of eating outside, Vinita Sadani is finally able to cook a meal at home. Reason? She was waiting for a refill of her LPG cylinder. After repeated reminders and raising a hubbub, the LPG distributors delivered the restock after a delay of nearly 2 weeks. But this is not a one-time ordeal for this homemaker and many others like her who face the perennial problem of cylinder delays at the end of almost every month.
When we ask them the consumer number or complaint number, they don't give us any number. It will come, ma'am, don't worry, within 3 days it will come. Then again fresh booking. So again we have to wait for a week. And without gas, food is not possible. Every day we can't go out and eat. From morning to night, maybe main meal we can have. But not the breakfast or tea, we cannot go out that time.
Ladies like us who are working in some companies and banks, they are not giving the proper date on which date it will be delivered. They say after 1 week. And if it is Monday, I am booking it on Monday. Next Monday, they are not delivering. If I take leave and stay home on that Monday, they are not saying. They say, we have told already 7 to 10 days, that again 10th day I have to wait. So people like us, we are finding it very difficult.
The LPG distributors are in turn blaming the delay on the oil companies. On an average, the distributors receive 500 bookings per day and about 200 new connections every month. Managing this upward curve of demand is difficult. The result, backlog of bookings and irked consumers.
Past 2-3 months now, we in Chennai generally, the supplies are insufficient. The oil company also giving some restriction, SPD. They are not giving the load in as per the dealer's requirement, as per the booking. So the supply, the backlog will keeps on increasing. That is the situation.
Adding to this is the Kirit Parekh Committee's recommendation to the government to increase the price of LPG by Rs 100 a cylinder, which will burn a very large hole in the common man's pocket. In Chennai, with camera person Kasi, Minal Shah, NDTV Hindu.
An audit report says laws were violated in the acquisition of land for industrial purposes. The Tamil Nadu Special Economic Zone People's Audit Report was released today. The report says those who lost land were not compensated and the government altered records to show cultivated agricultural land and dry land. It further said companies like Motorola and Nissan Renault are actually sitting on agricultural land. Tamil Nadu currently has 45 special economic zones and approval has been given for 66 more such zones. Social activist Medha Patkar joined us earlier with her thoughts on the consequences.
The proposed amendment of the land acquisition will of course take the land grab further, because anything that the corporates, the private interests, the profit makers will suggest can be considered as public purpose under the new definition that they are trying to propose, and this is the worst than the British days definition. Any project by any person of any public use means any education, the mafia for example, would start an educational institute for 7 acres, and then the rest of the land he would be given acquisitioned by the government. Of course, they have had one if and but under this, that if 70% of land is purchased by the private project planner, then the rest 30% will be acquired.
A report released by Medha Patkar has urged the Tamil Nadu government to reconsider its plans to build an elevated expressway and the cleanup of the Coam River. The report contains testimonies of thousands of slum dwellers forcibly evicted by authorities or displaced by the development projects. The report recommends that the evicted people should be settled closer to their original homes and not far away. It also condemned the government for not doing the environment impact assessment for the projects it has planned. A lot of money and effort has gone into beautifying the beach road, but the stench that emanates due to indiscriminate use of the Anna Square bus stop as a makeshift toilet seems to have caught even the city corporation helpless.
The Marina Beach now wears a stylish look thanks to the 26 crore beautification initiative by the city corporation. But right next to the marina, at the Anna Square bus stop, the scene is more than unpleasant, with bus drivers, conductors and other commoners using this place to attend to nature's call. The smell that almost defines this area is a discomfort for quite a few people.
But someone has to take care of all these things, so because the bad smell is coming from here.
It's been stinking like this for years now, and when they've invested so much into beautifying the marina, they could have actually done something here. The place is so filled with litter, and everybody, I mean even the people who work here, they come over here, use it as a public toilet.
When asked, many said that they themselves were helpless and were using this makeshift toilet due to lack of options.
அசிங்கமாக தான் இருக்காங்க, போகிறதெல்லாம் பசங்க வேறு எல்லாம் முடியலன்ட்டு போகிறாங்க. அதுக்கு உண்டான பாத்ரூம் கட்டி விட்டாங்கன்னா கண்டிப்பாக நல்லாயிருக்கும்.
But apparently there are several toilets around that area, behind the bus stand about 100 meters away. The lethargic attitude and lack of awareness among people seems to be the real problem. The city corporation too finds itself in a difficult situation.
But, this is atrocious because, as you said, within 100 meters there is a toilet and they are not willing to use it. Slight enforcement and slight addressing to their other needs. Perhaps we'll have to do a need assessment, and if it is genuinely required, perhaps we'll have to address that also.
Well, whatever has to be done, we only hope it's done fast. High time that people get to breathe fresh air at the Anna Square bus stop. With camera person Arun, Ramanathan, NDTV Hindu.
Well, quite a stinker of a problem. Environment Minister Jairam Ramesh loses his cool. That's coming up on the other side.